Welcome back to DIGBITS TV, your go-to source for expert kit that actually works on site. Whether you're watching from your cab or the beer garden on a Friday after a hard week at work, welcome back. Something essential for sorting and separating the big bulky materials from the fine stuff. Bricks, rocks, roots, clean your soil, or even just a screen rubble. Perfect job, the riddle bucket. You may hear these called a skeleton bucket, a shaker bucket. Essentially, different name, same bucket. The riddle bucket essentially has many different but similar purposes. You might be cleaning the topsoil, you might be prepping rubble to crush. You don't want to overload a crusher with things that is not going to be processing. It'll only just slow your output down. Or you may just be getting out the bricks, rocks, roots, or anything you don't want in your pile. It's essential with a riddle bucket that you've got a strong bucket. You're going to be dealing with rocks, so you can have a high wear resilience. Your tines can get damaged. So material design is key. So what we start with, we always start with a strong box-formed thick wall tube. On the smaller machines, we will drop down to a round tube, still a bright form tube, but in still thick wall. But essentially, we start with that, so we can box the pivots around there, all the back around it, makes for a strong construction. No form plates, nothing that can bend or over time wear through. The task, you need a bucket that's strong, reliable, and that's built to work. At DIGBITS, we fabricate every riddle bucket ourselves. Right here in the UK, there's no exports, no sub-assemblies, no nonsense. We offer two gap sizes with a riddle bucket. On the larger machines, the more common one is your 75mm gap, 3 inches essentially. This generally, as a rule of thumb, is what you'd probably call half a brick size. On the smaller buckets, and even on the larger ones, the more common gap we do is a 50mm gap. 2 inches again. So that will hold a few more stones. You know, a tennis ball won't pass through if you want to screen through them. If you want to go even finer, you are going to need a dryer day, but we offer the multi-screen buckets on some of the smaller mini diggers. These come with a 50mm screen, and they also come with a 25mm screen, just to get your extra fines out if you are going through your topsoils. You will also see on the riddle bucket, we have further reinforcement on the sides, on the buckets, along with forged side cutters. On the 13-ton onwards, we use what we call a banana bar, and on the other buckets, we will use a forged side cutter. That is because with a riddle bucket, you're essentially going to be going through rubble, rocks, a lot of high wearing materials. So you do want to make sure that bucket is going to last the test of time. The riddles are always in a 2 to 3 stage design, and then that is further enforced with bright drawn bar throughout, just to make sure that is all going to last. For the teeth, we keep it simple. We stick to the Caterpillar type tooth, pretty much an industry standard tooth, and you will be able to get that anywhere for your spare parts, although obviously we supply them and stock them in abundance. The cutting edge is also something we believe crucial. So we use a boron hardened steel for the edge, a rolled steel, not a mild steel that's hardened, just to ensure the wear resilience of that. Like I say, with any bucket, not just a riddle bucket, the cutting edge we believe is almost as crucial as the top section. It will keep the structure, but it will also hold the wear resilience as well to last the test of time. So if you're shifting soil and need to leave the junk behind, this is the bucket you want on your machine. The DIGBITS Riddle Bucket. It's built strong, it's built smart, and it's built here in Rugeley in the UK. You can check out further spec and even order online on digbits.co.uk. Thank you for watching.